Welcome to the Quick 10 podcast, brought to you by Trac, focusing on all things FedCon and cyber defense from different perspectives and different personalities, all in 10-ish minutes. Here's your host, Derek White.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Quick 10 podcast, here live and in person at an industry event called CUI-CON in Orlando, Florida. Today I have been joined by a longtime friend, Les Terrell from Redspin, and thanks for being here. Yeah, it's been, so Les and I go way back to 18, 19, somewhere in there.
19, right around there.
Pre-CMMC days. So I've known Les for a long time, so we've seen the how do you call it, the framework and the walls and the gates and everything else be built for the CMMC program over the years. Yeah, so if it's not one thing, it's the other. And the beauty of doing these podcasts here in person at an ecosystem event or an industry event is we get to catch up on other things 100%. And then say, hey, you want to sit down and talk for 10 minutes on camera? And you go, yay, that's your favorite thing.
I'm super excited. I've seen so many people in the last 24 hours that I just have been missing out on for multiple years. So to be here is an honor. I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, so. It is definitely the difference between this year and, say, a couple years back is a lot more people. Everyone seems to be very busy, which is good. So busy 100%. Isn't always good in some cases because it's just chaos in some circles, but it's been good, and we don't get to catch up as much. So rather than just do it over here, we might as well do it right here with the camera on, and then maybe people can learn some things.
I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so you're a CMMC assessor at Redspin. Redspin has been around as a C3PAO since, one of the first, if I remember correctly, right?
The first,
that's what I thought.
First to certify and first to recertify. So yeah, it's been a very fun ride from the Redspin side. It's an amazing company. It truly is, and I am so blessed to be a part of it. And there's just our talent pool is just so deep, and there's just so many amazing folks that I'm able to work with and learn from. Because if you're not learning, you're dying, and there's plenty of opportunity. I've worked with so many smart people that I've just learned new stuff all the time.
Well, and you guys are growing. We're the same thing. We were just kind of talking off camera here that you've met people in person for the first time at Redspin at your booth, and same with me. I've met some people that live down here in Florida that I have only seen on Teams meetings for the last 8-9 months that I have yet to see in person. So that's good. And the people working at Redspin have been really, I would say, not chasing shiny objects for the last 5 years. And so we've had, I think, Robert on last year, maybe at the same event.
So that was a hoot.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first ones too. So we had everybody before the lights, before all the thing got long. Those were a long couple days. So last year was in February, so things were a little different last year because things were coming and things had just gotten into place when it comes to CUI and the CMMC program. So from a CMMC assessor standpoint, where do you see Redspin's client base? Whether maybe we talk about the first-time engagements with customers. Where do you see people entering, whether it's C3PAO side or consulting, if you guys are still doing, these, helping them kind of figure out where they need to go first? You seen any kind of commonalities there with what you're seeing?
We do. We have a division that all they do is consult as well, and I've dabbled in that a little bit, and when I had some downtime within Redspin, but as a whole, the assessment side of it has been where 99% of my time has been spent, and it's been very, very interesting. When I first joined Redspin, I didn't know if I would like the audit side of it, right, the assessment side of it, and I've really been pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed the assessment side way more than I ever did in prepping companies.
Yeah.
And so it was a beautiful surprise that I wasn't sure was going to be there, and so it's been amazing.
Well, it helps that there's an assessment team, so that's required. So it's not Les doing what Les thinks is an assessment should go, right? Which is probably a little bit better feeling than the lone wolf, I don't say lone wolf consultant, but the one-to-one relationship you tend to have with the consulting side, because you get into different conversations and then sometimes you feel bad, sometimes you're helpful in this, but it has to feel a little different being part of an assessment team that's focused on that.
It's great. I am blessed to be paired with Phil Conrad, and so we have been Redspin. We were Redspin Team 1, or we are Redspin Team 1, and so we, got off to a sprinter start on January 3rd, and we haven't looked back. And so we just wrapped up our report writing this week for our 15th assessment.
Nice.
It would have been more, but we had a couple drop out along the way. People that just figured out they weren't ready and things like that. But it has been a really, really good time. I'm absolutely honored, and I was telling somebody about this last night. Is when you do live assessments, if the interesting thing about it, and the thing that I embrace and I really have grown to enjoy, is that these people that you're there assessing, right? They've done so much hard work, and for them to present this hard work to you, and then you've got to analyze it. Mm-hmm. I mean, how could you not be honored to be able to do that? Because they're not phoning it in. Mm-mm. It's anybody who's done this realizes what a tremendous amount of work it is, and how closely people are tied to the outcome, because they've just put so much blood, sweat, and tears into the entire program they've developed. Then you get to come in there and analyze it and see what they've done, let them show you, and it really is an honor. It sounds so stupid, but to me, the fact that we're able to go in there and do that and see people's hard work and be able to verify it, and for an eventual outcome that is desirable for them, it really is interesting.
Well, and it's for years it was the fear of the unknown, right? It was these assessments were coming, they're coming, and everybody was going from trying to do as little as possible to get by was the world. No one can argue. That's what it was years and years ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Things have changed now, where it's this day is going to come, and so many people get like frozen like deer in the headlights on coming to a conference like this. Can be very intimidating because there's a lot of people here. Most of them are very passionate, which is what you're getting at here on wanting to see it go well. Getting to the point where you have the confidence to have it go well screams, and from here and here, is the preparation and knowing what you need to know to make. We just had a guest on previously before you that was very much into scope and into regulation, and understanding that. We just saw a talk here from a lawyer, Eric. So he was talking about things similar, where if you don't know that, then it's hard to have the passionate side come out, because you feel like they have false starts or they're not ready, which nobody wants to hear. But it sounds like with you guys, as a C3PO, a lot of people don't know this, right? You get to choose your C3PAO. If you're a contractor, you get to interview C3POs and figure out which ones understand you maybe a little bit more, what kind of provider you're using, are you doing it in-house, what kind of industry you're in. Are you guys able to navigate? It's chaotic right now. You guys are one of the first, which is good. A lot more C3POs jumping in. We need more, so that's all happening. Are you able to see where your guys' ideal sort of customer is to assess, so that you can take it, or do you go by certain aspects of details when they reach out?
I think there's not. I've completed 15 assessments at this point. Every single one of them were different.
Good.
Even using all the same tools, people they do it differently, and you read those tea leaves. But so there's no specific client that really resonates with Redspin, but I think that we've seen some really positive results, and I think it's because we we're able to successfully vet those clients and make sure they're ready.
Yeah.
There's been a few circumstances where maybe people weren't as prepared as they thought they were. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, the people that have come through the process, at least for me, because I can't necessarily speak for all the other teams within Redspin, but they've been very well prepared. They really had a great plan that they're executing, and the results have been amazing. So, we've had some that have not gone, as well as we'd hoped, but for the most part, most of them turned out very well.
Good.
So, there's no specific client type that we have, but I guess maybe the connective tissue that between them is that they had great preparation, and the way that they prepared their documentation made it easy to follow, because you can have all the information in the world, but if nobody can track it, then the outcome's probably not going to be that good.
Right.
So we've been very blessed that we've had some great clients, and they've done an amazing job just getting themselves wired tight, ready to go.
Yeah, well, love to hear it. Thank you for stepping aside for a few minutes. These go quick. Number one thing, if people are listening or watching and they want to hear more about Redspin and they want to talk to you about being a C3PO or a consultant, where do they find Redspin information? And maybe they want to follow you. Where do you want to send them? You can.
Oh, certainly.
Let the camera know.
Of course, you can go to redspin.com. I'd be more than happy and proud to connect with anyone on LinkedIn. And if you need to have a conversation about something, I would be more than happy to do it. I would be honored to have that conversation. So anybody who wants to reach out, they're certainly welcome to, and I would be honored. So.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about using Redspin or somebody, start interviewing C3POs, do it now. I would say the number one advice that we can say from our experience in the last 12 months is don't sign up for a date that you can't make. So make sure you're ready, as Les was just saying here. Last thing you want to do is tell your C-suite that you're scheduled for a month from now and then not be close, because those have gotten a little, it's going to be a hot topic this next couple days on those that kind of jump the gun. So reach out. Thank you, Les, for being here. Good catching up. We'll talk to you more as the event goes on. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to this episode, and make sure to subscribe to the Quick 10 podcast wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Cuick Trac, visit our website at www.cuicktrac.com.